Chiefs back home at Arrowhead for the first time in a month, riding a 4-game winning streak. Von Miller and the Broncos looking to play spoiler, while Pat Mahomes looks to continue his strong season for Kansas City. Chiefs second possession, Mahomes with the play fake, and he's going to find tight end Travis Kelce for 9 yards near the first down marker and across midfield. 2 plays later, Mahomes again with the play fake, not going to find anybody open, and will instead use his legs to scramble for 9 yards before sliding down just shy of the first down. Then on third down, Mahomes with the give to Kareem Hunt, who's going to be stuffed shy of the first down marker by Bradley Roby, bringing up fourth down. And we're going to take you back to week 4 for Harrison Butker's only miss of the season, which was a blocked kick by rookie Christoph Boyd in Denver. Back to Kansas City, and once again it's going to be Christoph Boyd coming off the edge to block the kick. Bradley Short scoops it up and will take it back 59 yards to the house. Broncos take an early 7-0 lead. First play of the ensuing drive, and the Chiefs are thwarted again as Mahomes is going to be sacked by Von Miller, who had a big day for the Broncos defense. Then on third down, Mahomes is going to find Tyreek Hill right at the first down marker. However, he would be marked shy, forcing a Chiefs punt. And speaking of which, look at the English on this punt by Dustin Colquitt, who skies it down to the 8, bounces again at the 3, and then takes a leisurely stroll out right at the 1-yard line. Second quarter now, Broncos punting it away, and tough moment here for Chiefs fans as Tyreek Hill is going to bring it back 21 yards, but at the end of the play, he would dislocate his elbow, and the league's leading receiver would miss the rest of the game and will also be out 4 weeks. Second play of the drive, and Kareem Hunt is going to take the carry and nearly break it, but picks up 10 and a Chiefs first down. 3 plays later on third down, with both Tyreek Hill and Chris Conley out, it's Demarcus Robinson with the big third down catch, picking up 14 and a first down. After a pass interference penalty, Mahomes is going to hit Travis Kelce for 11 yards on the tough catch. 2 plays later, Mahomes has all day to throw. He looks and looks and looks, can't find a receiver before finally scrambling to his left, and he's going to get rode out of bounds at the 10 by Shaquille Barrett, and a flag comes in late for unnecessary roughness. Half the distance to the goal puts the Chiefs at the 5, and then next play it's Spencer Ware taking it in from 5 yards out for his first touchdown of the year. Halftime score would be 7 apiece. After the Broncos' first possession lasts a whopping 17 seconds, they punt it away to new return man Damiere Byrd, who's going to weave his way through some good blocking and pick up 33 yards, setting the Chiefs up near midfield. 4 plays later though, Chiefs on 4th and inches in no man's land. The give is to Kareem Hunt, who just barely gets past the marker for the first down. 2 plays later, Mahomes with the play fake before finding Spencer Ware out of the backfield, who's going to pick up 11 and a first down. Then on second down, Mahomes after the play fake is going to hit Travis Kelce for 20 yards down to the 10-yard line. Denver would throw the challenge flag, and even though the replays clearly showed Kelce getting both feet in bounds, the call was somehow overturned. So instead of 1st and goal, it's 3rd and 12, where Mahomes is going to look to throw, not be able to find anybody open, so he ends up scrambling and picking up 11, but he slides short of the first down marker, and on 4th down, the Chiefs are forced to settle for a Harrison Butker 36-yard field goal. Broncos again unable to put anything together offensively, punting it away, and again Damiere Byrd brings it back near midfield, this time for 31 yards, and it just seemed like the entire game was played on the Broncos side of the field. 2 plays after the punt, and Mahomes, without his top 2 receivers, forced to rely on his backs and tight ends as he finds Kareem Hunt for 21 yards and a first down to the Bronco 31. Then on second down, it's Mahomes with the play fake, rolling out to his right and finding Travis Kelce, who turns it upfield for 18 yards down to the Bronco 11. And then on the next play, it's Kelce again, this time over the middle as Mahomes fires an absolute rocket for the score. Kelce's 3rd of the year as the Chiefs take a 17-7 lead. Second play of the ensuing drive, Simeon with the play fake, and then stands in the pocket for a hot minute before the play and the coverage completely break down, and he's able to hit Demaryius Thomas for 33 yards. And with 3:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Broncos enter Chiefs territory for the first time. 2 plays later, it's Simeon on the play fake again. This time he's going to find Emmanuel Sanders, who avoids a Terrence Mitchell tackle and then puts the moves on Eric Berry before taking it in from 34 yards out to cut the Chiefs lead to 3. First play of the 4th quarter, and it's another quick clip from the Dustin Colquitt school of punting as he is going to drop this one perfectly out of bounds inside the 5. And on Denver's first play, Justin Houston is going to stuff CJ Anderson in the backfield for what looks like a safety, but officials would rule he got the ball out of the end zone. But then next play from inside the 1, Justin Houston says safety first, as this time he leaves no doubt burying Anderson in the backfield for 2 points and a 19-14 Chiefs lead. After the safety, things continue to go wrong for Denver as Riley Riley Dixon is going to punt the free kick out of bounds. Unfortunately for the Chiefs, Madden doesn't have the rules right, so instead of taking over at the 50, they take over at their own 37. Mahomes unfazed, however, as on 3rd and 11, he's going to hit Kareem Hunt out of the backfield, who's going to pick up 16 yards and a first down. Hunt would finish the day with 7 catches for 62 yards. 2 plays later, 2nd and 12, and it's Mahomes going back to Kelsey, this time for 17 yards and a first down to the Broncos 33. However, on 2nd down, Mahomes with the play fake and just holds on too long before Haloti Ngata drops him for the sack. And then on 3rd and 19, more of the same as Mahomes stands in the pocket, but the pocket collapses and Mahomes would be sacked again, forcing a Chiefs punt. First play after the punt, and Simeon rifles one into Von Howmiller, who takes a shot but holds on for 18 yards and a first down. Next play, it's Simeon with great protection before he finds Demaryius Thomas over the middle for 21 yards and another Bronco first down across midfield. Then on 2nd and 8, Simeon is going to hit CJ Anderson out of the backfield for 10 yards and a first down. Next play, Simeon stands in the face of pressure and is able to float it out again to Anderson, this time for 11 yards as Denver enters the red zone. But then on 3rd and 6 from the 13, Simeon drops back, escapes the pocket to his left, but before he can find anything open, it's Scott Crichton chasing him down for the sack, and Simeon would be hurt on the play, so the Broncos cut it to 19-17, but would lose their starting quarterback for the rest of the game. Ensuing drive, Chiefs looking for a first down and to run out the clock, but on 3rd down, Mahomes sails the pass to a wide open Travis Kelce. Could have been a huge gain. Instead, it's a Chiefs punt, and it would be another Colquitt beauty as he puts it out right at the 5 again. Paxton Lynch in the game now, and his first throw is a rocket to Isaiah McKenzie for 26 yards, giving Denver some breathing room. Next play, Lynch play fakes, rolls out to his right and across his body and hits Demaryius Thomas on the run for 28 yards. So just like that, 2 plays and Denver is across midfield. But then next play is a give to CJ Anderson, who only picks up 1 yard, which is going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Then out of the 2-minute warning, it's another give to Anderson, only for a yard, and from there the Broncos hurry to the line on 3rd down. Lynch takes the snap, moves to his left, but runs right into rookie linebacker Dixon Caldwell for the sack. Lynch again rushing the Broncos to the line, even though they have 3 timeouts, and on 4th down, Lynch fires it down the seam, but right to Bennett Spearman for his first career interception and a crucial Broncos turnover. Broncos still with all 3 timeouts, and on 3rd and 6, the Chiefs go conservative and run the ball to force Denver to use their last timeout with 1:17 to go. After the punt and a pair of offside penalties puts Denver at the 31, Lynch would again be flustered in the pocket and once again runs right into the arms of Dixon Caldwell for the sack. Broncos have to hurry to the line to stop the clock. Then on 3rd and 16, Lynch escapes the pocket again and is able to this time pick up 14, but he doesn't get out of bounds, bringing up 4th down as the clock continues to run. Broncos hurrying it to the line. Lynch takes the snap and lofts it downfield for running back CJ Anderson, but it's Terrence Mitchell getting his hand in there to knock away the pass, forcing a turnover on downs, and the Chiefs defense holds the Broncos to 260 yards, 9 first downs, and 0 for 10 on 3rd down conversions to beat them for the 7th consecutive meeting, as well as get the season sweep for the 3rd straight year. Travis Kelce finishes with 7 catches for 83 yards to help the Chiefs move to 5-2 on the year, while Denver drops to 2-5. Both teams with good opportunities to win next week, as Denver goes home to play 1-6 Arizona, while the Chiefs travel to Oakland to face the 1-6 Raiders for the first time this year. Alright guys, so we made it to 5-2 with our first real defensive game of the year. I held Denver to 62 yards in the first half, and that was by far the best my defense has played all year, but I think that probably had a lot to do with how bad Simeon is as a quarterback. But we get the win and look to be in a good position to make the playoffs, at least right now. As we take a look at scouting and the draft, we do have a new draft story featuring a center named Carter Wolf out of Minnesota, who apparently set a team record with 50 consecutive starts. Unfortunately, he wasn't one of the centers I scouted when I was looking at centers recently, and I didn't see the story until after I used all my points for the week, but we will end up scouting him to find out what he looks like. But for now, we just tossed him on the draft board, and joining him is going to be Reggie Stevens, an undrafted projected corner out of Arizona State. As we look at the injury report, we've got some significant injuries starting to pile up, with Shelby Harris out 2 more weeks with broken ribs, Duvernay Tardif out for 4 more weeks with the arm fracture, and then Tyreek Hill Hill is the real big one here, where he's going to miss 4 more weeks, which hurts a lot because a lot of my offense kind of runs through him. But looking at the depth chart, what we're going to do is we're going to have Chris Conley as the 1. We're going to keep Albert Wilson as the slot, and then Demarcus Robinson is going to jump up to be the other outside receiver. Even though he's a 71 to Wilson's 76, we want to keep Wilson in his most effective role. Defensively, we do catch a little bit of a break with the injuries, as Chris Jones will be coming back this week, so that should help things out a little bit up front. And then we have another big decision here on Shelby Harris, but we're just going to stick with Scott Crichton there. As we get into the league news, starting with around the league scores, the Steelers won an AFC North battle on Thursday night, taking down the Browns 31-14. Redskins win their rivalry game with the Cowboys. Jacksonville easily handles Miami. 49ers take down the Vikings, who appear to still be reeling from their 50-45 loss to the Packers last week. Buccaneers upset the Panthers on the road. Jets take down the Texans. Bears go to Lambeau and beat the Packers. Patriots with a huge win at home against division-leading Buffalo. And then all 3 of the remaining undefeateds fall as the Rams win the Battle of LA over the Chargers. The Eagles take down the Falcons on Sunday night, and the Saints hammer Seattle on Monday night. So as we take a look at the standings after 8 weeks, Buffalo remains in the lead, but their loss to New England puts both the Patriots and the Jets right back in the hunt. Steelers hold a 1.5 game lead over both the Bengals and Browns in the North. Jaguars with firm control over the AFC South, while we close to within a game of the Chargers after their loss to the Rams. To the NFC side, the Eagles win over the Falcons keeps them atop the East. The NFC North is entirely up for grabs at this point. The NFC South title race is heating up with the Falcons at 6-1 and the Saints at 6-2, while the Rams close their gap with Seattle with the win over the Chargers and Seattle's loss to New Orleans. For the second consecutive week, cover boy Tom Brady takes home the AFC Offensive Player of the Week award, throwing for 4 touchdowns for the second straight game. Brady also added 312 yards passing to help lead the Patriots to their big 31-27 win over Buffalo. The defensive player also came from the AFC East, with Dolphins defensive tackle Jordan Phillips taking home the award. Phillips tallied 3.5 sacks and 5 tackles and was the lone bright spot in an otherwise shameful Dolphins performance. To the NFC, rookie Saints quarterback Max Enderle engineered his first signature win of his career as he outdueled last year's MVP Russell Wilson, throwing for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Saints' 49-21 Monday night massacre of the Seahawks. Defensively, it was 49ers linebacker Reuben Foster taking home the award for the NFC as he tallied 10 tackles, a pass breakup, and 3 sacks from his middle linebacker spot to help the 49ers to a 34-13 win in Minnesota. Moving on to the league leaders, after 8 weeks, Aaron Rodgers leads all passers with 2,499 yards passing. Rookie Max Enderle is second, while Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson make up the rest of the top 5. Aaron Rodgers also leads the way in passing touchdowns, but is tied with rookie sensation Max Enderle at 20. Matt Ryan and Blake Bortles both trail by 1 with 19, and Tom Brady sits at 18 with 8 touchdown passes in the last 2 weeks. Le'Veon Bell continues to lead the way in rushing yards, while Todd Gurley and Ezekiel Elliott sit at 2nd and 3rd, while second-year backs Leonard Fournette and Alvin Kamara both sit at 4th and 5th respectively. Chris Carson's rushing touchdown lead continues to dwindle as there is now a 3-way tie for second behind him, consisting of Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, and Mike Gillislee, while Jeremy Hill is 1 behind among many, tied with 7 rushing touchdowns. Devontae Adams had 124 yards receiving in Green Bay's loss to Chicago and now leads the league, while Tyreek Hill sits at 727 yards and is expected to miss at least 4 weeks with his dislocated elbow. Eric Decker enters the top 5 after his 7-catch, 221-yard performance against the Colts. Josh Gordon added 2 more touchdown catches this week to give him sole possession of the league lead in touchdown receptions. Devontae Adams sits alone with 7, while Jimmy Graham, Julian Edelman, and Justin Hardy are all tied with 6. To the defense, Justin Houston was shut out for the first time this year against Denver, but remains at the top with 14.5 sacks, while Adrian Claiborne, Carl Lawson, Cam Jordan, and Myles Garrett are all chasing him for the sack title. Jason Verrett now leads all players in interceptions as he recorded his 5th this week. Adrian Amos joins Jalen Ramsey and Cam Chancellor as the only players with 4, while Tavon Young remains in the top 5 among many, tied with 3. So as we look at this week's schedule, it kicks off on Thursday night as the Patriots look to continue their playoff surge as they travel to Chicago. The Chargers look to get back on track after their first loss of the year as they face the Ravens. Colts, Jags in an AFC South matchup. Bucks at Eagles. Texans travel to Pittsburgh. Dolphins travel to New York. Tennessee, Washington, and Arizona, Denver in a pair of interconference matchups. We travel to Oakland to face the Raiders. Lions at 49ers. Giants at Rams. Falcons at Panthers in an NFC South duel. And then on Monday night, the week caps off with an AFC North battle between the Bengals and Browns. Buffalo, Dallas, Green Bay, Minnesota, New Orleans, and Seattle all with the week off. So as we look forward to the Raiders, starting out with the quarterback, they have Derek Carr. However, he is going to miss the game with a foot fracture, so it's going to be Connor Cook getting the start, which means things should either go really well or are going to be really frustrating. At running back, they still have Beast Mode and Jalen Richard. At fullback, Marcel Reese, who interestingly enough was franchised in Week 7 somehow. Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree at receiver, so they're pretty good there. Jared Cook at tight end, but he will also be out with a dislocated hip, so they'll be hurting a little bit there. For O-line, their interior looks good, but both tackles look pretty weak. To the defense, Quentin Coples and Mario Edwards Jr. at the ends, Malik Collins and Gabe Wright at the tackles, Khalil Mack, a member of the 99 Club, Navarro Bowman, who is another key Raider that's going to be out this week with an arm fracture. They also still have Alden Smith, Desmond King and TJ Carey at corner, rookie Marshall Kindle at free safety with Carl Joseph at the strong, and then Seabass and Marquette King still there on special teams as well. So that's going to do it, guys. Join me next week as we take on the Raiders and look to extend our winning streak to 6 games and drop the Raiders to 1-7. I hope you guys enjoyed the highlights and the Around the League news. I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey, and as always, thanks for watching.